विष्णुपाद परिहंसकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर छत श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की इसका फंड आचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की नम आचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की all glories to the assembled devotee, all glories to the assembled devotee, all glories to the assembled devotee, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So welcome to the morning Bhagavatam class. Today we are reciting the verse from Canto 4, chapter 17. Maharaj Prithu becomes angry at the earth, and the verses we are covering today 1 to 5. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We'll recite text 1 first. Maitreya Uvacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kyapito Gunakarma Bihi. Chandayam Tan Kamiha. Pratipujjayo Binandaya Cha. Maitreya Uvacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kyapito Gunakarma Bihi. Chandayam Asatan Kamahi. Pratipuja Binandaya Cha. Maitreya Uvacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainyaha. Kyapito Gunakarma Bi. Chandayam Asatan Kamaha. Pratipuja Binandya Cha. Prabhuji. Maitreya Vacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kapito Gunakarma Bihi. Chandavasatan Kamahi. Pratipuja Bhyanandya Cha. Maitreya Vacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kyapito Gunakarma Bihi. Chandayam Asatam Kamihi. Pratipuja Binandya Cha. Maitreya Vacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kyapito Gunakarma Bihi. Chandayan Asatan Kamahi. Pratipuja Binandacha. Mataji. Maitreya Vacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kyapito Gunakarma Bi. Chandayam Kamahi. Pratipuja Binandecha. Word to word. Maitreya Vacha. Evam sa Bhagavan Vainya. Kyapito Gunakarma Bihi. Chandasan Asatan Kamaihi. Pratipuja Binandya Cha. Word to word meaning. Maitreya Uvacha. The great sage Maitreya continued to speak. Evam, thus, sa, He, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Vainyaha, in the form of the Son, King Vena, Khyapita, being glorified, Guna Karma be by qualities and factual activities, Chandaya Masa, pacified, Tan, those reciters, Kamihi, by various presentations, Pratipuja, offering all respects, Abhinandya, offering prayers, Cha, also. So this verse has only translation. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please repeat with me. The great translation. The, the great sage Maitreya continued. In this way, the reciters who were glorifying Maharaj Prutu readily described his qualities and his and chivalrous activities. At the end, Maharaja Prutu offered them various presentations with all due respect and worshipped them adequately. So the text 2, I will recite the translations. Text 2. King Prutu thus satisfied and offered all respect to all the leaders of the Brahmanas and other castes, to his servants, to his ministers, and to priests, citizens, general countrymen, people from other communities, admirers, and others, and thus they all became happy. Text number 3. Vidura Uvacha. Vidura, the translation. Vidura inquired from great sage Maitreya, my dear Brahmana, since Mother Earth can appear in different shapes, why did she take shape of a cow? And when King Prutu milked her, who became the calf? And what was the milking pot? Text 4. The surface of the earth is by nature low in some places and high in others. How did King Prutu level the surface of the earth? Why did the king of heaven, Indra, steal the horse meant for the sacrifice? Text 5. Translation. The great saintly king Maitreya, the great saintly king Maharaja Prutu received knowledge from Sanat Kumara, who was the greatest Vedic scholar. After receiving knowledge to be applied practically in his life, how did the saintly king attain his desired destination? Purport. There are 4 Vaishnava Sampradaya, systems of disciplic succession. One Sampradaya comes from Lord Brahma, one from the goddess of fortune, one from Kumaras, headed by Sanat Kumara, and one from Lord Shiva. These 4 systems of disciplic succession are still going on. As King Prutu has illustrated, one who is serious about receiving transcendental Vedic knowledge must accept a guru or a spiritual master in one of these 4 disciplic successions. It is said that unless one accepts a mantra from one of these sampradayas, the so-called mantra will not act in Kali Yuga. Many sampradayas have sprung up without authority and they are misleading the people by giving unauthorized mantras. The rascals of these so-called sampradayas do not observe the Vedic rules and regulations. Although they are addicted to all kinds of sinful activities, they still offer the people mantras and thus mislead them. Intelligent persons, however, know that such mantras will never be successful, and as such, they never patronize such upstart spiritual groups. People should be very careful of these nonsensical sampradayas. To get some facility for sense gratification, unfortunate people in this age receive mantras from the so-called sampradayas. Prutu Maharaj, however, showed by his example that one should receive knowledge from a bona fide sampradaya. Therefore, Maharaja Prutu accepted Sanat Kumara, his spiritual master. Let's do Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Maiham Dadati Swapadantikam वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 Hare Krishna. So we are continuing the Prithu Maharaj pastimes. So as we previously discussed, Prithu Maharaj emerged from the hands of, when the sages were churning the hands of King Vena, both Prithu Maharaj and Archie, both emerged from his hand. They are, Prithu Maharaj is a partial incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and same way Mother Archie also, so is a representation of Mother Lakshmi. And once they appeared on this earth planet, various demigods, sages, Brahma and many professional reciters came and they started glorifying Prithu Maharaj. That's what we have seen in all the previous verses. In today's verse, if you see the first verse, now the Prithu Maharaj is, they are paying respects to all the persons who attended his coronation. So like when we see in the Bhagavatam, every verse, all the verses, all the stories, whatever past tense mentioned, it is addressing to particular person in that context, but it is applicable to all of us. Whoever is reading Bhagavatam, all those instructions are applicable to each and every person who is reading and reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. If you keep this Prithu Maharaj story in a larger context, we try to understand and what are the key messages we can take it from this by putting in larger context, what is the key message we can derive. Of course, there are many messages we can derive from this pastime. Today we'll focus on one such few messages on what we can take by keeping Prithu Maharaj's pastime with all the verses, whatever we are reciting in a larger context. See, when Krishna created this material world for the conditioned souls to enjoy this material in the material world. So he created this material world for conditioned souls. Now, after creating this material world and the conditioned soul taking birth in this material world, Krishna didn't leave them as it is. It's not, okay, you wanted to enjoy, okay, you enjoy it. But what he did, he created various scriptures like Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Vedas, everything. So with that, what he is saying, use these instructions from Vedas and come back whenever you want. That is what he made. So he didn't leave them just like creating the material world, but he gave the instructions. And not only that, he didn't stop there. What he did, next he sent his associates, eternal associates. And they came like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Haridas Thakur and many other great sages. They appeared here. What they did, they simplified the Vedas instructions, all scriptural instructions to become it more comfortable for the common man, so that common man can easily understand. So they all did. And some of them, they followed the instructions specified they compiled the instructions in a simplified format, as well as they followed the instructions provided by Krishna in the Vedas. Again, so this is also to help conditioned souls to come back to his spiritual abode. Again, did he stop there? No. Again, he sent his representative in the form of gurus, very senior Vaishnavas, right? So they also started preaching everyone to bring everyone come back to Godhead. Again, did he stop there? No. He himself came in the form of many various forms. Krishna himself came to show the conditioned souls that how we need to follow the instructions specified in the Vedas and scriptures. Right? So if you see the Krishna, so when he was in Dwaraka 5000 years back, he used to wake up in the Brahma Muhurta. He used to follow all the scriptural injunctions, right? From morning, all the activities he used to follow. He's a Supreme Lord. He doesn't need to follow anything. But to show that people that this is required, to understand that people has to understand. If the Krishna is doing, means they will understand, okay, it is also important for us, we should not ignore. We should not ignore. So that is the way mode Krishna was coming. So he made so many arrangements. Finally, he himself came down to show how to follow the instructions in Vedas. That is one aspect. And not apart from that, Krishna, if you see in the Rajasuya Yajna, when Yudhishthira was doing, he was washing the feet of all the guests. Right? So this example will show how to deal with the various guests. It doesn't matter what is your position, but when the guests are coming, how you need to treat them, how you need to receive them. That is one aspect we can take. Right? And if we see, keep doing that, and in a similar way, we can see in the Prit Maharaj, the Prit Maharaj is also expansion, is a partial representation of Krishna, incarnation of Krishna, right? So Supreme Lord. If you see the text one of the 17th chapter, it is mentioned, the great sage Maitreya, in this way, the reciters who were glorifying Maharaj Prithu readily described his qualities and his activities. At the end, Maharaja Prithu offered them various presentations. So he is again reciprocating to the people who came and he visited, he glorified, he is reciprocating. And in the next verse also he was saying, he was paying respect to all the people, different kind of people mentioned in the purport, like leaders, he offered all respect to all the leaders of the Brahmanas and other caste, to his servants, to his ministers, the priests, citizens, general countrymen, people from other communities, admirers, and so here he mentioned various categories of people who visited Prithu Maharaj. He is paying respects. So from these all the instructions, what we understood from right from the beginning, like the Krishna is coming, he is doing various activities, he is sending various people, and first thing is to give the instructions in a simplified form, and the second thing, he is executing those instructions and showing the path, so that by following these instructions, you can all come back to my abode. Like similarly, Mahajans, 12 Mahajans instructions we can see from Srimad Bhagavatam, they all are practicing, and that gives the inspiration to that, we can also follow their footsteps. So one is following the instructions provided in the Veda. Second thing, one other important point we can take from these instructions, particularly verses 1 and 2, treating everyone equally. It doesn't matter what position you are in. Right? So if you see the second verse, Prithu Maharaj is paying respects to all the people, his servants and different community people. So everything in his paying respects. So this is giving another important indication. Krishna is showing personally by following, we need to treat everyone with equal respect. We should not have discrimination. Okay, he is man, or he is a woman, or he is like a high-born, or he is a low-born, or I am a king, he is a servant. We should not discriminate. We should not treat equally everyone. If you see that, if you go a little bit deeper, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was here and he was doing Sankirtan, he was traveling from Puri to South India, and he was going through forest, Jharkhand forest. We know all that famous pastime, right? What was happening there? All the animals, wild animals, big animals, coming together and chanting with him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's very difficult to bring all the wild, different type of animals together. Not only together, they are dancing and singing with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here also we can observe what we can observe. So not only human beings, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing he is treating everyone equally. In fact, in one of the previous verses from Prithu Maharaj, it was mentioned that he's like there are 8.4 million conditioned souls. He is treating everyone as a properly, right? So that was the instruction. So in all, what we are trying to say is we need to have a proper relationship among the people. So particularly in our devotee community, we need to have maintain good harmonious relationship with all the other devotees. This is one of the key important message we can take from the Prithu Maharaj. So having good harmonious relationship among the devotees is very much important, and Krishna is giving in various ways to us to exhibit these instructions. So this is one of the key message we can derive from all these instructions, whatever we have discussed so far. Now, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentioned that Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho asti na priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mai te desu chapiham. So Krishna is saying that I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. So this is the instruction Krishna gave, and he is executing those instructions through various forms, including the Prithu Maharaj with sword. Right? He is treating all the 8.4 million species in a proper way. So this is the key instruction for we should also treat everyone equally. And another example also we can see in Nityanand Prabhu, Jagai Madai pastime. Right? When Jagai Madai attacked Nityanand Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came very angrily and he was about to punish them. Then again, Nityanand Prabhu was said, if we have to kill, we have to kill everyone on this material earth planet, right? So they were compassionate. They wanted to bring everyone together, teach by practicing Sankirtan Yajna. They wanted to make everyone in the path of Krishna consciousness. That is another pastime we can recollect. Like this, we have many things in this. From the scriptures, we can take that how to maintain the people are showing maintaining the proper human relationship, good harmonious relationship. And another important thing is when we start our spiritual journey, we come to the temple, we take darshan, and we will have prasadam. After some few months or few years, you will be more connected and you start doing many services. Some people will do Mataji like doing garland, and some devotees will do decoration. And so various activities, book distribution. Many services are there. We are doing many services. People will be practicing on a day-to-day basis. Now, we are all doing these services. The main objective is to please Krishna, to satisfy Guru, to satisfy Krishna. That is one of the objectives, right? Through that, we will progress in our bhakti. That is the ultimate goal. So, when we do all these things, like the services, by doing all these services, so will Krishna be pleased? Yes or no? Yes? Yes. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes, Krishna will be pleased. But I have one more important twist in this. That's where I am saying, if you see in the subsequent chapters of the same canto, 30th chapter, if you see Pracheta's pastime. So, sons of Prachinabari, he instructed his sons to go and practice severe austerity first, right? So, they all went to under the water, they severely did tapasya. And Shiva came and he was impressed. And then finally, Lord Vishnu appeared in front of them. And what are the first comment Lord Vishnu made when he appeared in front of Prachetas? If you see that one, translation is there in 4th canto, 30th chapter, text 8. It mentioned, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear sons of King, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you, and all you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. So I am pleased with you, mutual friendship, that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction of me. So Krishna is saying in the first word to Prachetas, the two things he mentioned. One is devotional service. Yes, they all engaged in devotional service. But how they did engaged? The mutual relationship, the harmonious. They didn't fight with each other. Okay, you are doing more service, I am doing less service. They didn't fight. The first thing, they had a harmonious relationship, and then they did service. Then Krishna appeared and Supreme Lord appeared, and he is saying, okay, now you tell me what benediction you want. So that's what the Krishna is pleased with. To please Krishna, what is the secret formula? We need to have the service. Anyway, yes, we are doing that service, as many people are doing different services. Yes, but at the same time, we need to have a friendly relation among the devotees. That is also, then only Krishna will be pleased. So that is one of the key message we can derive from Bhagavatam. So again and again, Krishna is showing in different ways to deal. We have to deal the people with dealing with the people. It should be handled properly in a proper way. if you see, so the two aspects. One is dealing with the people properly. Second thing, service. And when we're dealing with the people means it includes serving the people as well. That is another. Dealing with means you need to serve them and you need to treat properly. So we will discuss what is the dealing with the people. But the two major aspects is serving the devotees, dealing the people, and then the devotional service to the Lord. So if you see some other extremes, one there will be in a day-to-day situation, we can observe two extremes. One, just doing the service and reading some shastras. Other thing is just doing friendly relation. Like if you see in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, again past times, when he was in Varanasi, what he was doing? He was chanting on the chanting and dancing with so many people on the streets. And other side, Varanasi is famous for Mayavada Sampradaya headquarters, right? So many Mayavada sannyasis were there, and the sannyasis were one of the head sannyasi, Prabodhananda Saraswati, right? Prakashananda Saraswati. He was saying that, okay, why is it you are a sannyasi? We have to read the shastras and practice. Why you are practicing? Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing and singing with people? This is not the right. This is not the right way. This is sentimentalist, right? So people were saying that, okay, just by reading the shastras, practicing, that was the approach. The Mayava, this one. Now, other side, if you see in any normal, regular organizations, religious or charity organizations, what they will do? When you go there, people will talk nicely. They speak very sweet words. Though with everyday expressive nature, they will try to make you happy. Right? So, but inside, motive would be different. They may expect some donation. They may ask charity, right? But at the end, they will behave very nicely. So we can see one side, people are just doing goodly, friendly relation to get some material benefit. Other side, people are not doing bhakti, like only just reading the shastra, doing service. So this approach, from the Pracheta's pastime, whatever the Krishna is mentioning, it is balancing the two approaches, right? We need to have both things. We need to maintain a good relation and we need to practice bhakti. So this is the one aspect I would like to highlight. And one more example, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, again, every day night they used to have a Sankirtan in the Shiva's house, Shiva's Angan, right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to, daily night with his closed associates, he used to do Sankirtan Yajna. And the next day morning, he used to go to Ganges to take bath. But one of the maid servant of Shiva's, Dukhi, what she used to do, she used to observe all the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ecstatic dancing. And then, before they finish it, she used to go to the Ganges, get water, everything, and she used to make it ready. So the reason is, once they complete the dancing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and everyone, they used to take bath. So she used to make all the arrangements to help devotees. Nobody was noticing this. She used to bring the water from Ganges and make it everything available. And they used to take bath and go. So this used to happen regularly. Then once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this, then she observed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu noticed that, okay, this maid servant of Shiva's Dukhi is doing all, and he was very happy with her service. So she is not expecting anything, just doing the service to devotees. And from that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu changed the name Dukhi to Sukhi. So this is the way that some people will be serving the devotees, not to expect something or anything, name, fame or anything, just to serving the people. That is the mode devotees, they serve other devotees. So with summary of this thing, what are like generally in our congregation, when we deal with the people, we will have also, there will be many disturbances, like when group of devotees working, we will have a similar conflicts. I think sometimes one devotee will tell, okay, we do like this, but other devotee don't like, no, I will do this way. This way, people may have mutual arguments, but then people will think, okay, that devotee always go with his way, they will never listen to my words. Like that kind of arguments can happen. So, and sometimes we may need to, we wanted to get some fame. Okay, I did this service so long and so much effort put, someone needs to, I recognize my service, someone needs to glorify. That kind of thing will be there, right? And if instead of you, someone else was glorified, then sometimes people will may have like kind of they feel unhappy. Okay, I did so much work, but other person was. So this kind of small things sometimes internally it may come. It's not that everyone will get it, but some people may experience this kind of thing. So these are all things. Like one thing we need to understand, when a particular you are in some particular situation, either a good or bad by other devotee. So then generally we see immediate cause, right? Okay, that person made some comment, or that person criticized me, or that person snatched my service. I supposed to do this service, but that person came and so this kind of comments we made. But what generally we see immediate cause. Okay, this devotee did that devotee, but underlying message the people. If we have to maintain a proper harmonious relationship among devotees, we need to see the bit higher cause. We need to see that based on past karma, Krishna gave this reaction. The other person, the person who did this activity is just an instrument. We need, with that kind of mindset, we can overcome this kind of difficulties. Then we will be having good friendly relation with everyone. And coming to the name and fame, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was mentioning, like when he was running the Gaudiya Math, some of the disciples were looking for name and position. So, okay, once Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati leaves, what should I take from this ashram? That kind of mindset people are having. So some people are looking for the name and fame. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was saying about this name and fame is equal to like stool from a hog. If you are trying to do the service and get the name fame, it is like a stool coming from a hog. The reason is why he mentioned that. What it's a hog itself, what is the it food? It eats stool again. And it is giving the stool. So hog generally eats stool and again it releases the stool. Means how abominable that. So similarly, the desires, like our desires of getting name and fame through from our devotional service is like a stool coming from hog. So this is how the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati mentioned in our devotional service. If we try to get name and fame, it's as good as a stool coming from hog. So these are all the various things aspects we need to consider when we are doing the devotional service. First thing, the reason. If someone is causing some disturbance, you need to understand the bigger reason. Don't try to find the immediate. And we should not try to get name and fame, because this name and fame is very important. If I don't get the name fame, some other person is getting the name fame, then sometimes it creates jealousy, right? So these are all things, minute things we need to consider and we need to overcome. And another important thing is in relation to the devotional aspect, but this is a story, not on the devotional story, it's a normal material story, but we can still apply this story on a real or devotional way. So I don't know the names, but there was one famous sports person, I think it in Europe or America. He was a very great sports person. I think he was a soccer player. And he was playing a match. In that match, if he scores goals or he gets more points, he will set world record. So in that match, he was playing and he got a ball to his area and he can shoot the goal easily. He can score and he would set world record. But just in front of him, there is one more player. He is very close to goal post. Then he passes the ball to that person. And he shoot the ball to the goal post, the other person. Then everybody watching, they realized, they understood, okay, he could have easily scored the goal, but why did he pass? Then later after the match, people have asked. So then he said, when I am in the ground, my aim is to win the team, has to win the match. That is, if I shoot the goal, yes, I can shoot the goal, but the person who is close to the goal post, there's a 99% chance that he can also directly, without any difficulty, he can score the goal. So my aim is team has to win. It doesn't matter who is scoring the goal. So that is the mindset he is having. So he simply passed the person who is close to the goal post so that he can easily score the goal and team win. So that is the mindset the person is practicing. So the same thing, we have to practice similar mindset. So I would like to quote one famous quote from our spiritual master, His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. He always refers this quote. The quote is, there is no limit to what can be accomplished if it doesn't matter who gets the credit. So just I will repeat, there is no limit to what can be accomplished if it doesn't matter who gets the credit. So this is the mindset, though it is the example was material, but the soccer player, but this is the mode he is practicing, and in the devotion, we should also practice this kind of, we need to practice these things in our devotion. Then we will be having a harmonious relation. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, everyone's aim is to serve Krishna, to please Krishna, right? It doesn't matter in that as part of that journey, each devotee will be glorified at particular time. So it's not that we should try to see that I should get the credit. We should never have such things. We should practice such that it doesn't matter. Ultimate, everyone's aim is pleasing Lord. Same thing in Pracheta's pastime, it's pleasing Lord. That is what they, and same thing Prithu Maharaj, doing various things. He's showing the instructions, execute that. He's showing with his practice that, okay, we have to treat everyone equally. So these are all the various aspects. And finally, in Padma Puran, right, Lord Shiva is telling, Aradhananam sarvesham, Vishnur aradaram param, tasmat parataram devi, tadyanam samarchanam. So it's our ultimate goal is serve the devotees, serve the Lord, make the Lord happy, please the Lord. So that is one thing, the main thing which I would like to cover from the verses 1, 2, 3. When we see the 4 and 5, just I will briefly touch. In the 5th verse, Prithu Maharaj is practicing, went to Sanat Kumara, and he got the instructions from Sanat Kumara, one of the 4 Kumaras. He is head of the Kumara Sampradaya. So the important thing, again here Prithu Maharaj practicing that approaching the bona fide Sampradaya is very much important. By approaching bona fide Sampradaya, you will get bona fide Guru, who knows how to get you, bring you out of this material miseries. He will bring you in the path of Krishna consciousness, and he will help you to practice bhakti. So we always need to approach bona fide Guru through bona fide Sampradaya. But as mentioned in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, there are so many bogus gurus in the market outside. Okay, he will say, you donate me 100 rupees or $100, I will give you this mantra, all your miseries will be gone, right? So this kind of gurus, if at all they give some mantra, if something coincidentally it works, it's only temporary remedy, right? They will all provide some temporary remedies. You feel that, okay, I am free from this misery. But again, after some time, something else. But this bona fide Guru will take you out of, permanently, he will bring you out of these miseries. Right? So the 4 bona fide Sampradayas we all know, Shri Sampradaya, and Rudra Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, and Kumara Sampradaya. So the Kumara Sampradaya is the one which Prithu Maharaj is going. And if you see Shri Sampradaya, Ramanujacharya is there. And in Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami, Vallabhacharya, the Pushtimarg, most of the Pushtimarg people, they Nadwara, Srinathji, right, they worship. And our Brahma Sampradaya, we have Madhvacharya, and Madhvacharya, then we Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established this Gaudiya Sampradaya, and from there, Srila Prabhupada started ISKCON. So we are connected to bona fide Sampradaya. And Kumara Sampradaya is the Nimbarka Acharya. So these are the various Sampradayas we all know, just I am repeating. So we should approach bona fide Guru, bona fide Sampradaya, then only our efforts will be pure, and we will permanently be coming out of this misery. So by Prithu Maharaj practice various instructions from first few verses we have seen. So these are some of the important things which I would like to take that as a takeaway. Like one is maintaining harmonious human relationship, and from this 5th verse, taking the Sampradaya, bona fide Sampradaya. So I will conclude here. Any questions, any comments? Yes, Mataji. See, treating the people, see, in general sense, we need to deal with them properly, equally. In the sense, respect them, treat them properly. But when it hierarchy comes, when things are more like, so he's the king is ruling, and other in a hierarchy, next the person is subordinate is, if he is doing properly, you respect him. If he is not doing properly, you need to chastise him. Like that's what in the previous verses, if the the reciters were glorifying, right? So we need to, like, we should not take everything in a harmonious way and ignore the bad things which if they are doing any something bad, it doesn't mean that we need to accept it and move on. We need to correct them. Like I think last week Baba Prabhu was telling some of the qualities like the king has to exhibit, like the Palana, Poshan, Priyanana, and Upalalana and Anushasana. Right? In that I was listening one more lecture. The last one is correcting the mistakes. You can do only when you do first four. When you do Palana, Poshana, Prinana, Upapalana, all these things when you do, you have the adhikar, eligibility to Anushasana. You can chastise him, you can correct him. So this is all various rules are there. Yes, there are certain things we need to practice, but within by following certain rules. So if the things are not happening correctly, as a king, he has to punish them.